Barbarian, starring Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long in this super creepy little flick about a woman who stays in the wrong Airbnb. The picture opens up the only way a good horror film should, on a dark and stormy night. This is where we meet our main character, Tess, and she's in town for a job interview and has just pulled up to her Airbnb when she notices that there's someone already inside the house. The strange man comes to the door.
Yeah?
And this is where we meet Keith, played by the one and only Bill Skarsgård.
I don't know, yeah, I think so.
Turns out there was some sort of mix-up, and they both accidentally booked the same place.
I'm renting this place. I booked it on Airbnb like a month ago.
I booked a home away.
She goes inside so they can try to figure out what the fuck is going on here. After a jump scare,
Here. Jesus.
Keith shows her his email confirmation.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know what the protocol is for this.
And after they both confirm that they have in fact been booked the same Airbnb, Keith suggests that she just crashes here for the night.
Look, obviously you do whatever you want, but if you want to hang out in here, where it's dry and there's a lock on the door, I'm totally fine with that.
Old Keith seems like a real nice guy, huh? Maybe a little too nice?
That's a pretty name.
Thanks.
She agrees to stay under one condition.
But I kind of have a thing about clean sheets.
We get this funny but pretty smart way of putting sheets on the bed.
Gets a little aggressive with the thing.
It's lights out, and in the dead of night, the door to her room creaks open. Now that's fucked up. She goes out into the living room to make sure it's not Keith playing some twisted prank on her, but dude is super asleep, having some fucked up dreams.
The fuck?
The next morning, Tess wakes up to an empty house, and it seems that Keith left her a note. And when she steps outside, she actually sees the neighborhood for the first time. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up. She goes to the interview and it goes swimmingly. And it seems like she's a shoo-in, but when she's going to leave, the woman who gave her the interview gives her an eerie warning about the area that she's staying in.
You shouldn't be there. Be careful, okay?
Tess pulls up to the Airbnb, and as she's getting ready to go inside, she sees this crazy, unhinged man running straight towards her.
Come out that house!
Go away!
Come out that house!
She calls the cops, but they're of no fucking use.
We don't have any available units at the moment.
What, so nobody's coming?
And then whenever she goes to use the bathroom, she discovers that there's no teepee for her bunghole. She goes down into the basement to get some, and right as she's running back up the stairs, the basement door slams shut. Well, that fucking sucks. While exploring the basement, she finds this mysterious rope coming out of the wall, and, of course, because this is a horror movie, she pulls that son of a bitch. She goes in and finds a strange room at the end of it, with a camera and a dirty bed and bloody handprint on the wall. Keith arrives just in time.
Keith!
What the fuck?
But he thinks she's overreacting and goes down into the basement to check it out. He's taking too long and isn't responding to shit, so she goes down to look for him. When she gets back down to the morbid hidden room, she discovers a door, and behind it is a super dark, creepy as the fuck looking staircase.
Keith! Come up here, Keith!
She, of course, ventures down into the pitch black basement and actually does find Keith, but also something finds them.
I'm not going back!
Cut to AJ, played by Justin Long, cruising down the road in his convertible, singing the classic Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Everybody who read the Jungle Book and know the Ricky Tikki Tavi is a mongoose who kills snakes.
When he gets a rather awkward phone call where he's apparently being accused of some pretty twisted shit.
She's claimed that you were sexually aggressive during the filming of the pilot, and she no longer wants to move forward if you're involved.
Instantly makes you hate the dude.
That fucking bitch!
Not only is he 100% fired from the show that he was on, but the entire story is going to be put on full blast all over the news tomorrow.
There's going to be a story tomorrow in the Hollywood Reporter about this.
All around me a familiar face.
AJ, takes a quick flight to Detroit to try to fight the case against him, but the news has already hit the airwaves.
Oh, fuck me.
He rents a car and a place to stay for the night, but the thing is, the place that he rented just so happens to be the exact same house with the morbid titty woman. When he gets there, it seems as if someone is already staying here. He's really flipping the fuck out about it.
What kind of system is that? It's fucking idiotic. I also don't know why you're so calm.
Have a nice day.
So who the fuck is staying in my house?
Jeez, this dude is such a prick. Shit.
Dude.
He meets up with his friend over at some bar to talk about what went down that night.
Get fucked, okay? Right. She just took some convincing is all. That's it. Okay.
Damn. What a total, utter piece of shit. The super guilty, pathetic piece of shit calls the chick as if what he's done wasn't enough and tries to apologize to her, I guess, in one last final attempt to save his shitty ass.
Really, really sorry. If I did anything that night, I might have,
Even tries to say that he's not mad at her. Like, what the fuck?
I'm actually not even mad at you about it, and I hope you're not mad at me.
Jeez. What a fucker. He is definitely this movie's person you want to die. Like, he's that guy. AJ's just kind of sitting around when he notices the basement door and gets up to take a look. And knowing he doesn't have a weapon for shit, hollers that he's got a gun?
I have a gun. And I'm gonna come down there and just open up on whoever I see in about 30 seconds, all right?
God, what an idiot.
I'm not fucking around. Who's down there?
He arms himself with a kitchen knife and a flashlight and heads down into the basement.
Last chance.
He sees the rope and pulls on it, only to open up a secret passageway. It appears that there's a tunnel system underneath the house.
Jesus.
I said it before and I'll say it again. What in the actual fuck you need all them tunnels for, man?
Hello?
And as AJ is exploring the underground pathways, he stumbles upon a room with a small TV in the middle. Looks like a breastfeeding training video or some shit. Yeah, some pretty weird shit. His tape measure that was sort of his way out of there snaps, and before he knows it, he comes face to face with Mama Titties from earlier. In a panic, he runs the fuck away and falls into some sort of man-made trap. Flashback to the 80s where we see Frank, the original owner of the House of Horrors.
Martindale Motors will make sure you walk out of our lot with a new set of wheels, and we won't be.
He pretends that he's an electrician or something and goes into this woman's house, and this is where the evil fuck unlocks the bathroom window so he can sneak back in later. Yeah, he's a real sick fuck. He's literally about to abduct this woman.
You have a nice day now.
So to give you a little backstory on old Frank here, he's been doing this shit for quite some time now. And he basically just abducts women and does unspeakable things to them, to put it mildly. Fast forward back to present day, and we're back in the hole with AJ and Tess, and it's feeding time. Fuck that shit. I would not touch that. You're gonna have to kill me, titty mama.
Go.
AJ refuses his baba, and that makes mommy extremely angry. She takes him into the TV room to give him his own private feeding. Gross. But hey, that's what you get, fucker. During AJ's suckle of the teat, Tess makes an escape. Turns out the homeless maniac from earlier was just trying to warn her this entire time.
You should have never went in that house to begin with. That's a bad place. And she ain't even the worst thing that's in there.
When the evil titty mama goes after Tess, AJ makes an escape as well, and we get this really creepy shot here. He finds a room with a TV and a bunch of tapes in it, and then, jump scare! Oh shit! Look who it is, folks! It's that psycho fuck Frank that's responsible for all this shit in the first place, on his literal deathbed. Tess finally makes a run-in with the cops, and they pretty much just brush it off.
This is a crime scene. She has killed a man already, and there could be someone down there getting murdered right now.
No one's being murdered, and the only crime that I've seen so far is you breaking this window.
Yeah, they're movie cops.
Come on, I need your help, please! Hey!
AJ checks out the tape that's in the VCR and finds out that the old fuckhead here is an even worse piece of shit than he is.
The fuck is wrong with you? And I'm talking to you, you fuck!
And then he shoots himself.
No, wait!
Shit! Tess is sitting in her car outside of the house in the dead of night for some reason when Titty Mama attacks. Damn! Smoked that bitch! So instead of getting the fuck out of there after nailing Boob Lady to the wall, she goes back down into the basement, and this happens.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Bum guy from earlier shows up and brings them into his hideout.
I can't believe she let you get this far.
Then after a little exposition on the whole twisted situation,
She was born there, but that's her daddy's house. He used to bring women down there, and then he started making babies with them, and babies with the babies, and you end up with something like that.
Big Mama shows up and totally murders Bum Guy. Damn! You really had to beat him the fuck down with his own arm? That's fucked up. Titty Fuck chases him up a silo, and to save himself, AJ does this selfish shit here.
Come get your baby!
Yeah, I said it before and I will wholeheartedly say it again. What a total piece of fucking shit! He runs down there to check on Tess, like he has any remorse for what the fuck he's done, and finally gets just what the fuck he deserves.
Fatality.
Yeah, that's what you get, you slimy fuck. Then Mama comes to take baby home. But the thing is, Tess doesn't want to go back home and blows Titty Mama's fucking mind. And that's the end of the film. Gonna go ahead and say it right off the bat here. Definitely highly recommend you guys watch this movie. It totally took me for a loop after Titty Mama showed up because up until that point, I was starting to think that Keith was going to be the killer. But whenever it turned out that he was actually a genuine guy that was just as confused as Tess, and when it was revealed that Titty Mama was the true villain, my mind was just completely blown. Definitely didn't see that shit coming. But in all reality, Titty Mama wasn't really the villain here. You know, she was more the victim. The true villains of the film are actually AJ and that Frank fuck. But good thing is, they both got exactly what was coming to them. Titty Mama was just a victim all along, as well as the others. This movie's more about human monsters, such as AJ and Frank, and I think that was the movie's message, that people are the true monsters. The movie also has a very solid cast as well. Bill Skarsgård was super good as Keith, and Justin Long was extremely convincing as AJ. He really made me hate him. I've never really wanted Justin Long to die so much in a movie until now. Good job, Justin. You literally made me hate your fucking guts. One downfall that I will say about the movie is that it does start to drag at about the 45-minute mark or so, but it has a truly solid ending where justice is served, and I'm all for that shit. All in all, this is a solid modern horror flick in my book.
The fuck?
So go rent yourself a room, make sure the basement door is locked, and go check out Barbarian. It's a real nightmare.